Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Dr. Arnold Nerenberg. It's my pleasure and my privilege to be able to present to you very vital, life-saving information that I'm going to be giving you today. The title today I'm going to give you is for people who are feeling suicidal. So the name of the presentation is, are you having thoughts of killing yourself? Are you having thoughts of killing yourself? Why did I choose that title? For most people, that title is very intimidating. But for someone who's having thoughts of killing themselves, it's a relief to hear that because that really speaks to those individuals, to you if you're having those thoughts. Are you having thoughts of killing yourself? So you're the one as I'm talking to, and other people, therapists can be listening to my approach. Loved ones who have somebody who's suicidal could be listening. But I'm talking to you. The person I'm talking to is you, the one who's having these thoughts of killing yourself, and the other people can listen in and see how I'm approaching it with you. For one thing, I know that you feel alone in your suffering. You're going through some kind of loss. It could be loss of a relationship, loss of a job, death of a loved one, sickness, poverty. You might feel deeply humiliated. You can feel very guilty about something. You feel alone. You feel that nobody understands what you're going through, and you're probably right. And you may even care. You may even think that no one even cares what you're going through. So not only are you suffering it alone, you feel no one cares. That's even adds, that compounds it. You're going through the loss, relationship, job, betrayals. The loss can include losing your home, losing your wife, losing your spouse, your husband, losing your mother, your father. God forbid, one of the worst losses, losing your child, God forbid. So you're going through this, you feel alone with it, you feel no one knows. And you may be getting the thoughts, I'd be better off if I wasn't here, and other people would be better off if I wasn't around. And a lot of people, a lot of people make a suicide attempt, usually with guns and hanging themselves, but they'll drug overdose in many ways. So I want you to know that there are people who do care. I can tell you, for one, I care. Even if I've never met you, I care. I do care. I'm producing this video at great expense to myself. I don't expect that I'll ever receive any kind of compensation for it. It's just something I'm doing for you because I care. Your life, your death matters to me. It's a matter of honor that I do this for you. And if you're my patient, then I add this to the treatment I'm already doing as a gift to you. This is beyond the standard of care. This is not required of psychologists to do this, not at all. I'm doing this because I care about you. Your life matters to me. Your death matters to me. You need to know that while I'm making this presentation. No professional obligation to do it. And as I say, if you're a patient, it's a gift to you. It's a matter of honor. It's something over and above. It's not called standard of care. It's not. Psychologists just don't do this. But I feel as a matter of honor to do this for you, and because I care about your life, I care about your death. Now, let me tell you something. It's natural to have these thoughts of not wanting to be here when you're suffering that way. It's a natural thought. It's a natural thought as part of depression. It's called suicidal ideation. Suicidal ideation. But let me tell you something. The truth is, you don't really want to die. You just want the pain to stop. You want the pain of living to stop. You want the pain of living to stop. And if there was another way for the pain of living to stop, you wouldn't be having serious thoughts about killing yourself. The thoughts may be serious to a point where we have a plan. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z at such and such a time. That's even a more serious part once you have a plan. So, these suicidal thoughts, suicidal ideation, it comes in waves. It comes as a pressure where it can be an obsession for a while. You just feel consumed by it. It's sort of like somebody who has to go urinate. It comes, they have to really go pee. And then once they urinate, it's relieved. So it comes in a wave. There's a tremendous pressure. The pressure is relieved. And then the suicidal feelings go down for a while. Although it might stay in the background, but it's not pressing like you just got to do this. So we're going to talk about right now making the environment safe. We're going to talk about a little safety plan for you to have a plan set up. And I suggest you get some paper and pen and write down the safety plan. Put me on pause and then come back on. So first you want to make the environment safe. So if you have guns around, that's a very common way of people killing themselves. It used to be mostly men did it that way, but more and more women are doing it as well. Even teenagers, even female teenagers are even doing that. So you want to have somebody else holding your guns so that you don't have ready access to it. And the same with any kind of knives. This is just some precaution. I mean, some people jump from places, but most people are shooting themselves. And then next is hanging. So we want to just have that kind of safety plan. So you want to have the phone number of people that you want to write down a list now of a couple of names of people you can call, friends, relatives. You want to have that, where you say, I'm starting to get this thought, it's coming over me again, the feeling's coming. So again, you can put me on pause as you write this down. Now also you can 24/7, you can call a hotline. It's a hotline that you can call. The phone number is 1-800-273-8555. It's 1-800-273-8555. That's the national hotline. Now our veterans comprise 22% of the suicides. So it's a very at-risk population. Special number for you wonderful veterans who have served your country. Phone number for you, a 24/7 hotline, is 1-800-273-8255. Again, 1-800-273-8255. These are some numbers that you can have. Now, you want to have some kind of distraction. You're getting into these thoughts. You want to do something to distract yourself until it starts calming down. So you want internal and external distractions. So external ones, you can go watch a movie, play games, work out, do some push-ups, leg raises, jumping jacks, clean the house. Something external to distract yourself. It's an external distraction. Now, an internal distraction, you can be giving yourself a thought, I'll come back stronger than ever. I'll come back stronger than ever. So you're getting a thought, gee, I want to hurt myself. And one thought, balance it. Don't fight that thought. Don't feel you got to fight that suicidal thought, the thought to kill yourself. Balance it. I'm going to come back stronger than ever. And that's a good thought to just repeat, because even when you're not feeling super suicidal, you're feeling, you still might have the thought around. I'll come back stronger than ever. So now I'm going to give you what I call one of the laws of honor. There's 4 commandments of honor, and then there's 25 laws of honor. I'm going to give you one of the laws of honor, and there's 2 variations for it. One is, I refuse to react to negativity. I'll only respond to your vulnerability. That's when you're dealing with somebody else. But now, the other version of that is how you relate it to yourself. I refuse to react to my own negativity. I'll only respond to my vulnerability. I'm going to write that down. I refuse to react to my own negativity. I will only respond to my vulnerability. So your negativity could be to kill yourself, harm yourself, shooting, hanging, pills, whatever. You're doing that because you're feeling vulnerable. You feel a sense of loss, humiliation, hurt, pain, physical pain, emotional pain. Loss of your job, a relationship, you're feeling very vulnerable, lonely. So you want to respond to that, to the vulnerability. If you're feeling lonely, you feel, well, what can I do about my loneliness? Feeling humiliated, you ask, well, what can I do about my humiliation? Maybe you need to tell somebody, I feel very humiliated by this when you said that. Or you feel hurt by somebody, you can say, you know, when you said that, if you can find it in your heart to apologize, I'd be grateful. Or you may not be able to talk to anybody about it, but you want to find a way to deal with that vulnerability. I'm just feeling hurt right now, but I'm going to come out of this stronger than ever. I'm feeling humiliated right now, but I'm going to rise up with great power. And to rise up with tremendous self-esteem and self-respect, I'm going to tell you the way to do that. It is through becoming a disciple of honor and following the path of honor. Honor is loyalty to your highest constructive values. Honor is loyalty to your highest constructive values as enshrined in the 4 commandments of honor, or also called the 4 self-commandments of honor, the 4 principles of honor. These principles already reside within your being. You already know these. I'm just going to give you the wording and articulate what's already within you. I wish you well. The converse of the related one to that is, I wish myself well. I wish you well. I wish myself well. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality and my problems, not to beat yourself up or blame yourself, but you co-created your situations. We're not just complete victims. We've added some fuel to the fire. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality and my problems. That empowers you. If you're creating this, you're having these thoughts of killing yourself, you're co-creating that. The world's done it to you. Life has done it to you. But you're adding to it, partly through your attitude. Partly through your attitude. Your loss is real. Your suffering is real. It's agonizing, I know that. It's true. You are truly suffering. But you're going to see, as a disciple of honor, you want to learn the goal. One of the goals is to be able to tell yourself the best true story about your worst problem. What is the best true story about my worst problem? You want to write that down. You want to ask yourself that question. What is my best true story I can tell myself about what's bothering me? What's the best true story I can tell myself about this problem? Problem being you're so bothered by something you want to die. What's the best true story I can tell myself about it? You'll find there is. You'll find there is. And we'll give you some examples in a minute. The other 2 commandments of honor is, I'm grateful for the power I gained from hardship. So this is making you stronger. Much stronger. You're gaining wisdom and compassion. And then the 4th one is one of 2. One is, I seek always to serve my highest values. If you believe in God, or if you believe in God as I do, it's God, your wish is my only wish. So then you want to commit your life to these 4 commandments of honor. This is very powerful. Just taking the pledge to be a disciple of honor. We agree. We say, I want to repeat those 4 commandments 3 times a day for all the days of my life. Here's the pledge. Repeat this after me. Let's do it right now together. Raise your right hand. Right now. As a disciple of honor, I pledge myself for all the days of my life to the 4 commandments of honor. And I'll teach them to those I love. I'll repeat them every morning, afternoon, and evening. And I'll listen to myself recite them. Welcome to the brotherhood. Welcome to the sisterhood. Big step. You're now a disciple of honor. You're repeating those 4 commandments 3 times a day for all of your life. You may be having thoughts of shortening your life through killing yourself, but you're going to start responding, well, what's the best true story I can tell myself about this? And I refuse to react to my negativity. I respond only to my vulnerability. I care about you. I really want you to have this knowledge. Now, I'll give you an example. I had a patient come to me, some gang member shot her son 9 times. She came, she was weeping. The son was in the hospital in stable condition. I said, oh my God. I said, I have 7 children. This is a parent's nightmare. He said, as a human being, I feel so much compassion for your suffering. But I said, what if I told you the best true story you can tell yourself about this problem? That will give dignity, nobility, and honor to you and to your son. She said, Dr. Nerenberg, tell me, what is that? I said, are you ready for the healing medicine? She said, yes, I am. I said, here it is. They couldn't kill my son. They shot him 9 times. God has a purpose for his life. They couldn't kill my son. They shot him 9 times. God has a purpose for his life. Her face went from tears into just some kind of light, a beaming, a smile. Her whole face, her whole being began to smile. She says, yeah, God does have a purpose for his life. He does. I said, be sure to tell that to your son. And she walked out beaming. I saw her the next week. She was still smiling. I said, did you tell your son what I said? She said, I did. How did he respond? He said, it made him happy. He even laughed. And that young man today became so much more productive. His life is 100-fold better than it ever was before. He committed himself to a constructive life. So you're going to be, what's the most honorable thing I can think, say, and do? Every time that's a bridge between honor and reality. So after you say your 4 commandments, you then have the bridge from honor to reality. What's the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? That's the gold standard. Everything you want to do in your life, you then put that gold standard. What's the most honorable thing for me to think, say, and do? So you have the thought, yeah, I want to kill myself, I want to go shoot myself, I want to hang myself in about 10 minutes. You're not responsible for that thought. You didn't choose to have that thought. You're not responsible for it. It popped into your mind. It doesn't define who you are. It's based on your family upbringing, societal norms, your genetics. You didn't choose it. You're balancing it with the thought, I'll arise stronger than ever. It's going to make me stronger. I'm grateful for the power I gained from hardship. I refuse to react to my negativity. I'll respond only to my vulnerability. That's what you're responsible for. You don't fight that feeling of wanting to kill yourself. You balance it. The negative feeling, the suicidal feeling, the thought of killing yourself will feel stronger than this constructive, honorable thought. But you're not going to feed it. It helps you balance it because every time you get that, you're balancing it. And what happened is that the suicidal ideation, the thought to kill yourself, will come less often, with less intensity and less duration. That's the good news. I care about you. That's why I'm presenting this. It's for my privilege to present this to you. I really want to make a difference for you. There is much you have to do yet. It's my hope that you'll remain here.